Alrighty, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to my first of 2 gameplay streams for the day. Actually, before we start, I should pump up the volume, because if you guys were here yesterday, you would know that the game we're going to start on the first stream here, continuing on with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, is actually going to be very, very low. I don't know what is up with modern game development, that game developers cannot find like a consistent volume level to use when they develop games. It just seems like it's completely all over the place. Some games are loud, some games are low. You never know when you boot a game up what to expect, and in particular with this game, the volume's like super duper low. So I gotta pump it up. What's up, Elite Shadow Ninja? How you doing, man? What's up, Puff Daddy Phil? What's up, everyone? Pragmatic Tactician looks like he has returned. It's good to see you back, man. Good to see a lot of people here in the stream chat today. A lovely Saturday. Today is July 20th, 2019. How are all of you? I hope you're waiting for a fun, full day. You're awaiting a full day of streaming from me because you're going to get one. That's right. That's absolutely right. You'll get nothing short of a full day of fun streaming. That's how it works around here, okay? All right, so what's on the agenda today? What are we doing? Well, as I just mentioned, the first stream is going to be the continuation of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. All right? Well, allow me to talk a little bit about what I think about the game after playing it yesterday as my main gameplay stream on my premiere stream of the game. I certainly don't, let me put it this way, I certainly don't think it's a bad game. In fact, I would say it's right in line with what I was expecting from this franchise. It feels much like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Now, that's both a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because if you were a fan of the original 2 games, you're getting exactly what you want. You know what I mean? Like, they really didn't go crazy to go outside the box or whatever. They just like, okay, 4-player co-op, drop in, drop out fun. All the characters have various abilities that are very similar to their characters from the comic books. And they really did go for the comic book versions of the characters as well. They didn't go for the Marvel Cinematic Universe versions at all. These are comic book style representations of the characters for sure. And so for someone like me, I actually like this a little bit better than the movie versions that we've seen the past, many years in various games and obviously the MCU itself. So I'm digging the game in that regard. I think the game's been pretty fun. However, the game has a lot of shortcomings, and I really feel like it's primarily because the game's, on the Nintendo Switch exclusively right now. Now, it's funny because some people were shocked by this yesterday when I was playing the game. They were like, what the hell? This game's a Switch exclusive? I don't understand why. Well, apparently Nintendo, partially budgeted the production budget for this game. Apparently this game had been, the makers of this game had wanted to make it for a while. They'd worked on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 and had wanted to make 3, but they couldn't really find anyone to produce the game, and apparently they pitched it to Nintendo, and Nintendo said, this sounds like a great game for a Switch exclusive to get people over to the Switch. So they basically footed the bill, per se, and paid a lot of the money to have the game made, and that's why it's a Switch exclusive. This game is not going to be ported to the PlayStation or the Xbox. It's going to stay a Switch exclusive forever, I guess. So, I mean, that's good that Nintendo got the ability to grab a game that's a first party, or it's not really a first party game, you know what I mean, but a console exclusive on the Switch. Problem is, though, the game just really doesn't run that well. Whenever there's a lot of action going on the screen, the frame rate definitely drops. It's very noticeable, to the point where it's jarring sometimes. Like, sometimes there's so much just like slowdown and choppiness on the screen. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just gonna keep mashing buttons because I see the energy bars are going down, so I'm just gonna continue to mash buttons and pray for the best. And not to say that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 didn't have that issue. They did, but we're talking a whole console generation ago, and you would have thought, in 2019 the game would be much better, or be running much better. And sadly, it doesn't. It really feels like the game, like I said, it really is a throwback to the game 10 years ago when you played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Just to the point where some people in the stream chat are joking and saying stuff like, oh, it's really cool to see Phil getting into mobile games now. And it's like, what? It's in a mobile game? No, of course it's not. People are joking that it looks like a mobile game because the graphics are dumbed down to be able to be on the Switch, and the frame rate is so choppy and just so sporadic. The other thing is, doing the online co-op actually just makes it worse. And that's obviously not a good thing. My co-op partners are like very jumpy. The animations, they're like teleporting around the screen. When we were doing the big boss fight, there was a boss fight against Ultimo, and he's in the background fighting Ant-Man while you're fighting enemies in the foreground. They weren't even synced. Like, Ultimo and Ant-Man were punching each other, but their attacks weren't even, like, synced. So it just looked really silly. Like, they were whiffing at the air, because they weren't reacting to each other's attacks and stuff. It somehow desynced the order of their attacks. So, it was pretty weird. I still like the game, don't get me wrong. And right now we're in Chapter 5, which is the Xavier Institute for Gifted Youngsters, also known as the X-Mansion, where the X-Men, train. And I'm actually liking this portion a lot, because now not only are we fighting Sentinels, but we're recruiting various X-Men to the team, and at this point we've actually run into and are fighting the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So this is the stuff that I grew up with when I was reading comics in the 90s. I was all about the X-Men, and that's actually the versions of the X-Men they got in here. They got like the 1990s Cyclops and stuff like that. So, for me, this is pretty neat, and I'm having a lot of fun. But if you're not a hardcore fan of Marvel, you might be looking at this game and being like, what the hell happened here? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, where did they go wrong with this game that it runs so poorly? And, the other thing is, outside of all that, there's even just like game design issues that just are so odd. Like, for example, when you're playing co-op, you have to make a lobby and you can't invite a friend. Instead, you have to have a password-protected lobby in order to even get co-op going. It's like, this 2019 and they can't figure out that, like, inviting friends from your friends list is a way that most people do co-op online. They don't know this yet. They haven't figured... How do they not know this yet? Like, they're game developers and they don't know the basics of online co-op. And then when you do these optional boss fights, because there's optional challenge boss fights, and by completing them, you earn extra in-game upgrade currency and stuff. When you do one, apparently there's no way to back out of it without completely quitting the party of people you're doing co-op with. We tried everything, and we couldn't figure out a way to do it without canceling the party out. So we said, screw it, and we canceled the party out. And after that, we were like, I guess we're not doing these anymore, because certainly we don't want to keep having to restart the party over and over and over. So we just stopped doing them all together. And it seems like that's actually an interesting part of the game, would be to do these challenge run boss fights to earn extra upgrade materials and maybe even extra outfits and stuff. And we haven't even been able to do that. So, it's a mixed bag for me. I like the gameplay mechanics are very similar to the first two Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, and I like that, because that's what I'm used to, and that's what I enjoyed. I also like the variety of characters. I like the plot so far. And I like the fact that they went with the old school comic book designs rather than the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a breath of fresh air after seeing the MCU shoved down our throats for years and years here. To not have that is a good thing, in my opinion. But the very poorly performing graphical engine, as well as the online co-op basically being kind of a hindrance and not being streamlined in 2019, when this game is obviously made to be an online co-op game, it's kind of unforgivable. Like, I don't know what they were thinking here, and that's kind of like my one major criticism of it, is that sadly they didn't really do a good job with those elements of it. But I'm having fun. So today I'm going to continue on with co-op. All right, the same co-op partners that I had yesterday. I had another co-op partner lined up, but sadly, he told me today he wasn't able to make it. So it looks like it's just going to be the three of us again. It's going to be me, Bill, and Chris teaming up in the game and doing our best to, progress through. And we are now in Chapter 5, FYI, and the game, I believe, has 10 chapters. I didn't look it up, but if you look at the menu system, it looks like there's room for 10 stages. So we're already about halfway through Stage 5. So we may get pretty far today. I don't know if we'll beat it today. But we may get pretty far. Okay, we'll see how far we can get. Chris actually is in the stream chat right now, and he says, I'm a big fan of the Spider-Man PS4 actors reprising their roles. That's right. I think that's one of the major positives about the game, is that they got tons of great voice actors for it. They got all the people from Spider-Man on PS4. They got people from the various anime series. Not anime, excuse me. The various cartoon series to reprise their roles. As voice actors. So it's a lot of good stuff, basically. It's a lot of good. They put a lot of time and effort into the voice acting and the story. I just wish that the gameplay elements were implemented a little bit better, because they're just not great, But that's life, I guess. What can you do? So, yes, it's going to be another full session of Popsicolo actually says, I'm almost to where you are. I should be ready before pre-stream is over. Cool. If Popsicolo can get to where we are, okay, to middle of stage 5, the Deadpool, basically right after the Deadpool segment, where Deadpool fights Juggernaut, is where we kind of ended up. If he can get to that point, then we'll have him join our game, right? And then we could have a full 4-player party. We'll give that a shot, okay? All right, so Popsicolo, if that's the case, if you get there, email me, okay? You know my email, darksidephil@hotmail.com, and I will send you the password for the room. We're going to use the same password as yesterday, so FYI, Bill and Chris, I'm sure you guys are watching the stream. I'm going to be using the same password as yesterday. No change or anything, so that would just make it streamlined and easy, okay? So the setup for the co-op should not take as long today, okay? It should be more, okay, just zoop, invite the people, get them in. We kind of know how it works now. It shouldn't be as much of a pain in the butt as it was yesterday, because we get it now. All right, okay. So, major stream today, 4 hours of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We're going to see how far we can get. I don't know if we're going to beat it today. It really depends on the length of these final stages, I guess, which we have no idea, because I haven't played it, further into the game yet. We'll see. Maybe we'll beat it today, maybe not. If not, tomorrow, I'd be more than happy to finish it up and see if there's post-game content that unlocks or whatever. Definitely tomorrow I'll wrap it up if we don't wrap it up today. Okay, guys? All right. Wow, excuse me. Holy shit. A triple burp. A random triple burp out of nowhere. Completely surprised me. Okay. So, tonight, I'm doing a late stream. The late stream tonight will be Judgment. 2 more hours of Judgment. A game that I very much enjoy, and playing it 2 or 3 times a week, a couple hours a night, every few nights. And I think you guys have been enjoying the playthrough too. I hope you guys will join me if you either enjoy... the Yakuza games, that's one thing. The game is very similar to Yakuza. Or if you just want to chill with me, because the games are very much a lot of opportunity to just kind of relax and not take it too seriously, which is a good thing, So, cool, chill stream tonight, okay, everybody? Now, tomorrow's streams are going to directly depend on what happens today with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. If I don't finish it today, then I'm going to finish it up tomorrow, all right? If I do finish it today, then tomorrow we're going to swing back and do another stream of Dragon Quest Builders 2, okay? So there you go. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, so that'll be tomorrow's main stream. It all depends on what happens today, so I can't really tell you guys exactly what's going on or anything like that, okay? But we'll see after today's stream. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing my weekly session of Minecraft. And if you checked out Minecraft last week, the good news is I saved the run. It was in desperate threat of basically ending after 7+ months, because I screwed up in the nether. And I looked like I was going to lose all my stuff, but I didn't. I got it all. People helped me out and helped me to figure out what to do. I salvaged the run, and in fact, last session, we had a lot of good progress with the villagers. So I'm actually looking forward to more Minecraft tomorrow night. And then on Monday, again, Monday will very much depend on what happens over the course of the weekend, because if I finish up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on Sunday, then that means Monday I'll play Dragon Quest Builders 2, okay? If not, then Monday's open. Maybe I'll do some Final Fantasy. I'm not sure what I'll do on Monday, but I also I'm going to possibly do another session of Mario Maker 2, because people have really been liking the Mario Maker 2 stuff that I've been doing, and the user-created content seems to have been a hit, and people want to see more of it. So maybe on Monday I'm going to do a Mario Maker 2 user-created content stream. That's very likely, okay? And then Monday night, probably more Judgment. Tuesday's my day off this week, FYI. I'm not sure if Tuesdays are going to continue to be my day off moving forward or not. It's very uncertain. It really depends on Kat's schedule more than anything that I control. So we'll see moving forward if that's the case or not. But this week it is Tuesday is my day off. When I come back on Wednesday, it's probably, if I haven't gotten around to it yet, it's probably going to be the conclusion of Final Fantasy IX. And that's going to be paired with Black Ops 4 Blackout. Alright? And then on Thursday, it's the return of Ask the King. If you're not familiar with Ask the King, it is my very long running, as in I've been doing this for like 9 years, Q&A show. Okay? So please consider submitting questions. But I couldn't even say that word for some reason. Please consider submitting questions on my forums over on thekingofhate.com. Okay, that's my website. There's already a thread there to submit questions. The more questions that are submitted for the Q&A show, the better it is, because it gives me more to review that day and pick the best questions, okay? So please consider submitting questions over on the kingofhate.com forums. That's this coming Thursday, all right? And then this week, there is a new release. It's called Wolfenstein Youngblood, all right? I will have more details about my playthrough of Wolfenstein Youngblood soon. Not yet, but soon, okay? I actually have some plans in the works of what I'm going to do for this playthrough. But nothing has been solidified or made concrete yet. But we'll see. It might be something interesting because this is a co-op playthrough, okay? And obviously I want to make it fun. So I'll let you guys know what's going to happen with that soon. Hopefully within the next few days, or at the very least when I come back from my break on Wednesday, okay? All right. A few other minor updates. I'm still waiting to try to figure out what the best version of Super Mario 64 is for starting up the Viewer's Choice playthrough. More than likely, the Viewer's Choice playthrough will begin next week, the last week of July. Worst case, probably the first week of August, but more than likely it's going to be the last week of July. Okay? So, once I figure out the version of the game that's the best version, that's going to determine, what I play. A lot of people said avoid the DS version, because if you play the Nintendo DS version, it's a watered-down version, it's easier, it has multiple characters that make the stages less challenging. You really want to play the original version with just Mario. But I don't know where to get that. I guess some people have said on the Wii Virtual Console you can get it, but I thought I was under the impression that the Wii Virtual Console, you can no longer download games for it, right? I thought that was the case. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that they had closed down the Wii Virtual Console to buying games or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just completely having a brain fart here. But if it is on the Wii Virtual Console as the original N64 version, I would have no problem playing that version. I wonder if it's on the. I think on the Wii U, people were saying only the DS version is available. So, it's a toss. So I got to figure out what is the best. Let's see. At least I don't think it says Wii they did, but not the Wii U. Okay, so are you saying that I could still get the game on the Wii U? Yeah, the Wii store was closed down. Okay, I'm not crazy. The Wii store was actually closed down. I'm being told right now. All right, I'm not crazy. So then how would I get the original game, right? Because I can't play it on the N64. This is a case where I kind of wish that, I wish that there was a Nintendo 64 Classic. I do. I wish there was an N64 Classic. Because that would have been awesome if there was an N64 Classic that had all these games on it, But there wasn't. There hasn't been an N64 Classic released. And that sucks. That would have been perfect for this. Have all the Mario 64, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Star Fox 64, Pilot Wings 64. There were so many, you know, games that were very interesting for that era. I mean, today they look like shit. Wave Race 64, you kidding me? That it was a launch title for N64 that was very fun at the time, but who the hell would want to play that now? But it's actually kind of an odyssey to look at it now and say, gee, I wonder what that is, right? So N64 Classic, I would actually be all over that, because, you know, there are a lot of classic N64 games that would be perfect on that console, in my opinion. And if they play exactly like they did on the N64, I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? But anyway, okay, so Elite Shadow Ninja says you can download the N64 version on the Wii U eShop. I think that's what I'm doing then. Thank you very much, Elite Shadow Ninja. He may have answered the question for us. I think that's what we're going to be doing. So awesome. Hopefully, it works out, and that's what I'll be doing. Like I said, either the last week of July or the first week of August. Okay. Young Remy, I am aware there's a ton of N64 emulators. However, number one, I don't like to mess with emulation unless I absolutely have to. Number two, it has to run on my PC, and, you know, I'd rather just do a console setup like I always do. So there you go. Okay. So once I get more information about that, I'll let you all know. But it looks like I'm probably going to be doing it on the Wii U then. Okay, and probably starting the final week of the month. Okay, outside of that, the only other thing is the monthly sub goal. We are still trying to hit it, guys, you know, and I know our subs have been up and down and up and down. We still need about 65 subs to hit it. The monthly sub goal reward is the Rageathon, where I'll be doing a marathon of rage-inducing games that you guys will be selecting. So please consider subscribing to the channel. You know, right now, great time to subscribe and utilize all the Marvel-themed emotes for the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 playthrough. You also don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks. And you also don't, you also get a cool chat crown badge, excuse me, to show how long you've been an ongoing supporter. So, okay. All right, I think we're going to get to the next segment, everybody. The next segment is the Gratuitous Plugs segment, where we basically, I tell you guys all about my history and how you can help out. All right, so thank you all for 11 awesome years that I've been a content creator on the internet. I started off in 2008 when I was just messing around making videos after my office job at night, a couple hours a night with a camera. Did that for about 2.5 years as a hobby until I got laid off from my job out of nowhere. And I said, man, I don't know what to do. Let me just see what I can do with YouTube and see if I can somehow make a living doing this, because I had never made a dime up to then doing it. Well, guess what? I was lucky. I got partnered. I was able to make a living as a full-time gaming YouTuber from 2011 to 2017. I became very popular. People loved my stuff. But sadly, YouTube changed over the years and had a big falling out with a lot of their advertisers. In 2017, the adpocalypse happened, and it basically became completely just unreasonable and impossible for someone like me to make a living being a YouTuber moving forward, because the ad revenue was so poor. So I said, I got to change things up if I want to survive, and I did. I adapted, and I became a full-time live interactive streamer. I've been doing that for about 2.5 years here on Twitch, and I absolutely love it. I think it's the best content I've ever put out. I absolutely love the organic kind of interactions that we have here on the streams in between each other, and I think that it makes it a more entertaining stuff rather than me just kind of being in an isolation booth playing games by myself, which is basically what it used to be when I did playthroughs just for YouTube, okay? But that being said, because of the major changes, my YouTube channel is now just an archive of my live streams, okay? I don't really produce any YouTube exclusive content anymore. And because of that, my YouTube ad revenue has gone down even more, to the point where it's barely existent. I primarily focus on streaming, which means I need the support of my viewers here, the crowdfunding support of my viewers on streams in order to keep going. That's my primary source of income. So if you love these daily live streams, if you still like the fact that I put the long form archive videos over on YouTube, if you like everything the way it is and you want to see it continue, please consider supporting me in one of the following methods. First of all, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your monthly pledges there earn you personal perks as a way to say thank you. All the information is listed there on the page. I don't want to go into detail about it, but please give it a look. We are quickly approaching the end of the month, so you might want to get in on that before the month ends. Fair enough? Alrighty. Also, excuse me. Also, you can check out my Teespring store, where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, and mugs. Great quality stuff I can attest to, because I own a bunch of it. Alright? And You get a cool collectible. It helps me out if you buy something from it. So please give that a look. All right. Now, I also have an Amazon wish list. On this Amazon wish list, you have the ability to purchase credits for the various gaming networks, whether it's PlayStation Store, Xbox Live, or the Nintendo Shop. And if you do that and you send me the codes that you get when you purchase it, that's a way to contribute so I can afford the cost of games moving forward. You know, coming up, there's going to be a lot of new games coming out in the fall. So that helps tremendously. Please consider it, all right? But in particular, if you are here live on the stream and you would like to contribute and have some interaction with me, if you either cheer, sub, or tip during the course of today's stream, I will give you a shout out during the live session, all right? I also have a stream stats, a leaderboard at the top of the screen where the top cheerer and top tipper will get credit for their contributions. Fair enough, okay? Now, understand that a few things. Number one, I just want to say this up front before we start. Even though contributions are greatly appreciated, they help out tremendously, and, you know, they're the reason why I can still do this for a living. They're not mandatory. I'm happy to just have people come by and hang out with me every single day and watch me play games and just enjoy them. I love the live interactions we have. That's really what this is all about. If I didn't like what I was doing, I wouldn't be doing it anymore, all right? And like I said, the past 2.5 years have been amazing to me. So much more fun than what I was doing the 6 years before than just being a YouTuber, all right? So thank you just for hanging out with me. But understand that the contributions are greatly appreciated because that's what keeps this going, all right? Now, also, please understand, I need to abide by the Twitch terms of service, and I also have a certain vibe I like to maintain on the stream, which means I can't say things that are going to violate Twitch's terms of service, whether it's a shout-out or not. I also don't like to derail the stream with topics that are very argumentative. For example, politics or religion, all right? I don't want to bring up what so-and-so said about me today, who's illegally stealing my content today and insulting me. I don't care. I don't care about that crap. I'm a person that I know it's out there. I know that the negative influence and the drama is always going to be out there. I'd rather focus on being positive and creating new content for you guys every single day, having fun, chill, positive streams, rather than focusing on all the negative shit going on outside my streams, okay? So please understand, I must abide by the rules, and, you know, the vibe of my stream as well. I am under no obligation whatsoever to ever give any of you anything for any contributions. I think some people have this misconception. Well, if I cheer, I'm guaranteed. No, you're not guaranteed anything. It's my stream. It's under my discretion what I say on it. So understand that, okay? And please understand, I do go above and beyond to try to make sure that everyone who contributes gets credit. I'll even read silly cheers and troll cheers every once in a while. You know what I mean? But we got to maintain a certain positive vibe around here. Fair enough? All right. All right. That's right, I'm rude and ungrateful. Feel so rude and ungrateful. Okay. All right, guys. So, yeah, thanks for any contributions during the stream. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully, you know, we'll be able to hit some of these goals, like the subs goal and stuff like that. Thanks for everything. I've been having a great time recently. Usually the summer is a time when I'm struggling. I don't know what content to put out for you guys. This summer's been the complete opposite. The games have been coming out pretty consistently. The content schedule's been kind of falling into my lap. And it's been a really positive, chill time. So let's keep it going. All right. It's time for shout-outs. It's time to give shout-outs to those who have contributed so far today. If my laptop will agree with me. Right now, it's not agreeing with me at all. Shit. You hear me? I'm actually pounding the key. Okay, finally it started moving. Great laptop, huh? All right, so overnight, the first contribution was from Golden Colts. He actually cheered overnight when I wasn't even streaming, and he says, if God came to you and said you would only wear either uncomfortable but great-looking dress shoes or comfortable but sloppy-looking sandals for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Man. I don't know. I think it's more of an issue of practicality. So if the shoes look great, but they're uncomfortable and your feet are full of disgusting infected blisters from them, I don't think that's very practical. At the same time, the flip-flops can be the most comfortable flip-flops ever, but those are open-toe shoes, and that's pretty risky, too, when you're walking outside. You know, you're walking on gravel, and you got fucking hot asphalt sticking between your toes and burning your skin off. I don't think either option's good. For me, sneakers, man. You know, then again, I have back problems, too, so I've enjoyed wearing sneakers because wearing formal dress shoes. Well, actually, when I had my office job, what I did a sneaky thing, okay? I got a pair of shoes that looked like dress shoes, but actually had soles like sneakers. So they looked like nice black leather dress shoes, but in reality, they were hybrid slip-ons that were sneakers, but I didn't tell anyone. So people never said shit to me, and it looked like I was wearing dress shoes, but they were good for my back. So there you go. But anyway, I don't know if I would choose either. I mean, I think maybe I just flip a coin, Golden Colts, because I don't think either option's good. I mean, at least you're wearing the dress shoes, you look good, but then you have painful feet for the rest of your life versus feeling good, but then looking like a slob and having risk of, things happen to your open toe shoes. So I don't think we have any good answer to your question. I'm sorry. You've created a conundrum I can't answer. Pragmatic Tactician did a 100-bit cheer. He says, do you think humans are dangerous because of their physical attributes or because of their intelligence and cunning wit? Both and neither. Obviously, humans are dangerous because of their physical attributes. Because of our body types, we've been able to do unprecedented amount of things. But at the same time, it's the utilization of the intelligence, right? The self-awareness and the development of technologies and science that have allowed us to utilize our bodies to do things that other creatures cannot do. At the same time, it's really not necessarily the intelligence and cunning that's the thing that's risky. It's the stupidity and what's the word? Basically kind of the irresponsibility, like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you, Stan Lee, for the quote. But the bottom line is that people aren't always responsible with what they come up with. You know what I mean? They could be hyper intelligent and come up with technologies that destroy the world. So it's both and neither. There you go. Fabianus1337 just resubscribed to the channel for 10 months. Thank you, Fabianus. I appreciate that. Pragmatic Tactician did a 50-bit cheer and said, hello, everyone. I have returned. Yes, we've noticed your presence, sir. Welcome back to the streams. We appreciate that very much. And in fact, you are the first major cheerer of the stream, so let's get you up on the leaderboard. 50 bits. And then Pragmatic Tactician cheered again immediately, so we are better now than the stream has started, obviously. Oh, I see, because he was responding to me when I started the stream about 30 minutes ago. Very nice. Then he cheered again, and he said, that burp was pragmatic. Remember when I did that raucous, disgusting burp right into the microphone? Yes, he was responding to that. Okay. So, Wicked Man 36 tipped me $1. Are you ready for this? This is a hilarious troll tip that I will respond to. He says, quick question. After years of vague denials and half-effort explanations, when are you going to complain about the truth about your AdSense account? I've told you guys the truth a million times. Just because you don't believe me doesn't mean that it's not true. The truth of the matter is, years and years and years ago, 2010, my AdSense account was suspended. Not closed, but suspended for suspected violations of the terms of service. In particular, I think it was invalid click activity. They felt that people were either going in and clicking on the ads excessively, or I was doing it. It wasn't ever clear. And when I attempted to get more information from YouTube about it, they would never respond nor clarify the situation. They just said, your account is suspended. Okay? Now, they never unsuspended it until many years later. And then many years later, they did unsuspend it. Okay? In the meantime, they actually rebooted the whole AdSense program and changed all the criteria for the stuff anyway. So in reality, that thing that I had been suspended for years and years ago didn't even apply anymore. Like, they didn't have, yes, that's a criteria, but they actually have better ways to detect it now. So over the years, at some point, without telling me, they just unsuspended my account because they realized that it was bullshit, that it never should have been suspended to begin with. Okay? So that's the truth of the matter, is that my AdSense account was suspended erroneously. And then years later, they fixed the issue and unsuspended it. That's it. And I've explained this before many times, and people don't seem to believe me. They think that I'm full of shit. They think that I made, like, accounts under other people's names and shit. None of that's true. None of that is true whatsoever. They're just people making shit up, completely pulling shit out of their own assholes to try to say that I'm some kind of underhanded guy or whatever. They have no evidence of any of it because it's not true. Okay? So there you go. Wicked Man 36. Thank you for the $1 tip. In fact, I'm going to put you up on the leaderboard. So it's hilarious. He says, oh, years of vague denials and half-effort explanations. No. The reality is I've told you the full story a million times, but you just don't believe it. Just because you don't choose to believe it doesn't mean that it's not true. It just means that you're stupid. So congratulations, Wickedman36. Thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the tip, excuse me, and you're stupid. Jose Cuervo 527 did a dollar tip, and he says, I watched some of your old condo and house tour vids. Why'd you spend so much money on statues and action figures and collector's editions of games? I feel like if you had saved or invested some, you would be better now financially. Well, first of all, truth of the matter is, I did save and invest. At that point in my life, I had a lot of money because I was making the crazy-ass YouTube ad revenue at the time, and I did save and invest money. I wasn't just blowing every dollar that came into the place. But I did spend money frivolously on certain things. Action figures, no, I didn't really buy action figures, but I did buy a lot of collectible statues that I used to decorate the condo back then. Collector's editions of games, quite frankly, were good investments. And the reason I say that was because back then I had a series on YouTube called Release Day Unboxing. Okay? And that series was very popular. Every time that a new game came out, I would buy the collector's edition of the game and I would live unbox it on camera and immediately upload that to YouTube. So basically, as soon as you could get your hands on a collector's edition of a video game, I would be uploading an unboxing of it to YouTube. I was one of the few people who was able to get those unboxings live right up on YouTube right away. And back in the day, they got ridiculous amounts of views, and I made a lot of money on those unboxings. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you guys, most of the time when I did an unboxing video, it actually paid for the cost of the game by itself, if not more. Okay, I mean, you're talking, sometimes I would get 50,000 views on an unboxing video, and with the ad revenue, how it was back then, you're talking that would make hundreds of dollars. Okay, so, wow, Phil bought this, crazy deluxe edition of Skyrim with a giant dragon statue. Yeah, but I paid for it with the video. You know what I mean? I actually used the stuff that was in the collector's edition for content, and it made money. It paid for itself. Okay, the statues not so much. I never did videos on the statues. You basically just saw the statues in my condo during filming and when other things going on. So they did act as decoration for the setting, but for the most part, those were just personally for me. And I'll be honest, yeah, I spent a lot of money on them, but at the same time, all right, no, I didn't spend tens of thousands of dollars on these statues, to the point where people think, my God, Phil blew through his YouTube fortune so quickly on frivolous crap. It's not the case. I did own a lot of collectibles, don't get me wrong, but it was a drop in the bucket of the money that I was making at the time. I was making so much crazy money on YouTube for about 2-3 years. So, at the time, it didn't feel like a waste. Of course, today, I'm stuck with all these statues sitting in a storage nook in my house here when I could use the money to pay bills, and I'm frustrated about it, of course. But, that's life. Yeah, as they say, hindsight is 20/20, right? Sure, if I had known that YouTube was going to make insanely bad decisions with their business, ruin the ad revenue model, and make it so that people couldn't be full-time YouTubers anymore, yeah, I probably wouldn't have spent any money like that on statues. If I had known that I never would be able to resell the damn things after trying so hard for the past few, years, when I need the money and not being able to sell them, yeah, I probably wouldn't have bought them. But that's, hindsight is 20/20, right? Now I know that. There's no way I would have known that back then. Back then, things were so crazy positive with YouTube. The sky was the limit. Who knew what the limit was, or what I could make, or my reach, or how many people would watch me? It was pretty incredible back then, but that was a different time. That was a different generation of viewers. That was a different audience, a different culture. That was before SJW culture here. It was before a lot of things happened, okay? All right, but anyway, thank you for the dollar tip, and prepare yourselves for an epic bottle crunch in 3, 2, I did it early. Okay, Vote Democrat did a 101-bit cheer. He said, I'm about to have lobsters with the family. Lobster tail makes the world go round. I've only had lobster tail a couple times in my life. It is quite delicious. Of course, there's many different ways that you can do lobster. You can stuff it, you can butter it, you can steam it, you can poach it. You can put it into various dishes. And I do like it, but it's so incredibly expensive. Plus, it's a pain in the ass to eat unless the lobster meat's taken out of the actual shell of the lobster. So I usually, even if I had a choice for it, I probably wouldn't still get it. It's a pain in the butt to eat. But enjoy. Lobster is absolutely gourmet eating. So, thank you. Now, normally I would say, oh, well, vote Democrats the top cheerer and put them on the leaderboard. However, Infinite55 did a 500-bit cheer and said, I just checked and you should purchase the original Mario 64 because it's compatible with the Classic and Pro controllers, whereas the DS version is only compatible with the Wii U gamepad and they're the same price. Fair enough. And that's what I want to do. I want to use the Classic or Pro. I'm almost positive. In fact, let me give a look, but I'm almost positive I have it. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if it's in here. Oh, is that it? Here it is. I just found my Wii U Pro controller. Here it is. So I would just need to charge it. But yeah, my Wii U Pro controller is right here. And so I'd be able to use this for the playthrough. Perfect. Okay. Great. So it's right there. I have it. Actively, I'd be able to use it. That's good stuff. So thank you for the input, Infinite55. Now between you and Elite Shadow Ninja's advice, I think I know what version I'm getting. I'm getting the original on the Wii U. Let me get you up on the leaderboard for top cheer of the day. Thank you very much for the support, and thank you for the advice. I definitely want to use the Pro Controller, not the Wii U gamepad. God forbid if I ever have to use that fucking Wii U gamepad ever again. I hated using it every moment I had to, you know? There were so many games that I felt would have been much better if I didn't have to use that stupid pad. It's just a real reason why that console failed, in my opinion. Alright, anyway, thank you, Infinite. Okay, continuing on. Captain Caveman 4201 has resale for 17 months. He says, happy 50-year moon landing. Yeah, I guess today is the 50-year anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. Which to this day, some people still say is a hoax. I don't know what would have been to benefit out of a hoax besides, I guess back then, the space race was a big deal. And so, we want to prove we're the superior country, so let's rush our technology and get our guys out there and whatever. In reality, when we went out there, we didn't find anything. You know, it wasn't like, we went out there and we found such amazing things that it really gave us an edge. We really found nothing. We found dirt. Dirt. So, it is what it is. It's a epic place in history. American history, for sure. So, awesome. If you don't know anything about it, you might want to look it up. Some pretty cool history lesson there for you. Bagel Goose did 100-bit cheer. He says, what shirt are you wearing for the moon landing celebration? I am wearing, very pertinent, 10 years of Dark Side Phil anniversary t-shirt. Because as you know, if it's a 50-year anniversary of the moon landing, we got to celebrate 10 years of Dark Side Phil. So there you go. I did it on purpose. It's an anniversary shirt on an anniversary, of course. It was perfectly arranged that way. Yeah, right. Okay. Cash Tar resubbed for 3 months. It says, hey, DSP, keep up the good work. Thank you, Cash Tar, for 3 months of support. Thank you for the nice message. You've earned the Silver Crown chat badge with that resub. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Let us now go ahead and give credit to the top 10 cheerers of the week. All right? This is from the cheering leaderboard. In 10th place, we've got Bent Boxer. 9th place is Golden Colts. 8th place, Joe. 7th place, Vote Democrat. 6th place, Nihilistic Goldfish. 5th place, Vash7342. 4th place, Phillips Smelly Chair, even though my name's spelled wrong and I don't sit in a chair. 3rd place is Cosmic Clownface, who apparently had something happen with his Twitch account because his name is, deleted. So I don't know if he closed his Twitch account or he got banned from Twitch or something. I have no idea. But basically, I guess he's disappeared. But still, he gets credit. I mean, he did cheer a lot earlier this week, so I want to give him credit. That's Cosmic Clownface. Thank you for your contributions. I don't know what happened there. All right. 2nd place, RFHC5. And in 1st place, Infinite55. Okay? So thank you guys very much for all of your contributions this week so far with cheering. All right? All right, I guess that's it. It looks like we've gotten through. Now, Popsicolo, I don't know if you've gotten up to where we are yet or not. He did. Haha. All right, I just got his email, so hold on. Popsicolo, I'm going to respond to your email right now. Hold on a second. All right, Popsicolo, I've responded. I've sent you an email. So you should get that in a moment, and that should give you the instructions on how to do this. Hopefully this works. And now we should have a full team. We only had 3 yesterday. Today we should have a full team of co-op, which is going to be pretty neat. Okay. All right. Pragmatic Tactician just did 110-bit cheers. I think it is a bit messed up. People call you an old man because you do not get the whole wishlist system or memes. Makes me confused. It's not that I don't get it. It's that they just don't fucking work. The wishlist does not work. The wish list for digital items doesn't work. It doesn't send the item to me. It sends it to the person who bought it, and then they have to email me the code. It's stupid. That's not me not getting the system. That's the system not working, being outdated. The system was created for physical items, not for digital items. Memes, it's because I don't care about them. You know, I understand a good meme is funny, and it could be something popular that you can talk about on the internet and feel like a community group if you all understand the same meme or whatever. At the same time, I don't spend a lot of time on them. There's some people like their whole fucking life is memes. This is what they do. And especially when people bring memes into my streams that aren't about me, how the fuck am I supposed to know what they are? You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing you bring in a meme, oh, what pasta do you prefer? Is it stupid? Yeah, but I kind of understand what it is. When you come in here talking about fucking Wendy's chili and sniffing fingers and, you know, charging $20 to turn the webcam on, and, you know, shit that has nothing to do with me. I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about half the time. Of course, 95% of the time it's Wings of Redemption for some reason. All these stupid negative memes, I don't even know what the fuck any of them mean. I don't care about the fucking guy. But you guys are constantly bringing them up in my stream chat. I don't give a fuck about Wings of Redemption. Stop talking about them. But you see what I say? Like, I don't know how you expect me to know that. So I'm not a fan of other streamers. I don't watch other streamers, so I'm not going to understand the memes that you guys are bringing up constantly because I'm not part of them. Okay? Okay. All right, here's the deal. I want to go use the restroom quickly because I want to not have to use the restroom once I start co-op with these guys. That'd be pretty rude to say we got to take a break so I can piss. So give me like 3 minutes to run and take a piss. Wash my hands, come back, then we'll set up the room, and then we'll get started. Okay, guys? All right, so give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. I'll end the pre-stream. I'll be right back, and then when we come back, I'll set up the lobby, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? Thank you very much. Good pre-stream. I'll be right back.